Well, many poets have influenced me in different ways. Some poets opened up the world for me and showed me that there's an endless number of subjects to write about. Some poets taught me about craft. Others taught me about voice. Rilke is a poet who, every poet I know who's read Letters to a Young Poet will say, what I owe to Rilke, as a result of reading what he had to say about, the importance of solitude and for contemplation and introspection. I still have above my desk a quotation. He reiterated Keats's theory of negative capability, and I have this quotation. I'm going to read it. I have to read it because I don't want to misquote it, because it's great. Have patience with everything unresolved in your heart, and try to love the questions as if they were locked rooms or books in a foreign language. And then he calls on the poet to live everything, live the questions. So that, Rilke was important. And Denise Levertov, who I was fortunate enough to be able to study with for a short time, as a result of a grant through the Worcester County Poetry Association. Mike True was an amazing promoter. He was of poetry in Worcester. He was a professor at Assumption College at the time, and he was instrumental in getting a grant from the National Endowment for the Arts called Master Poets, Apprentice Poets, and he brought a British poet named Ken Smith into the city to work in a community center with a group of young poets. And he also had Denise Levertov come and do a graduate level course at Assumption College. And I was lucky enough to be invited to be part of both of those workshops. And I had been reading Denise's poems as a college student, her book Relearning the Alphabet, which I found to be, really inspiring. The subject matter she was writing about, the political activism she showed, and I really loved the simplicity in her poems. So I got that from her, and I remember her classes about the line, about cadence in speech and rhythm, and where line breaks go, and so I got that from her. And Pablo Neruda's work, the passion in his work, really affected me as a young poet. I got different things from different writers. James Wright, the simplicity of his poems, and I think we get what from a variety of poets, and I don't think it's good to limit what you read, and as many different poets as possible, because then you see different ways of looking at the world, and you see different subjects treated, and the world is sort of wide open for you.